Hi everybody, welcome back to the Boomer Broads. I'm Anne Marie, Janet. I hope you all had a wonderful. I hope you all had a wonderful Mother's Day. I thought I was intrigued by this one fact that mothers' work at home is worth $61,000.
I think that's too little.
I do too.
I mean, I know. I remember seeing that, but it was to be woefully small.
It doesn't count all the dealing with the mate or the husband, and it doesn't count a lot of stuff.
Well, because it's about being a mother, not being a wife.
Insure.com, and by the way, we disagree. But
moving right
we disagree with this. We don't disagree with each other. But it segues nicely into the subject of the week, which is about your motherhood.
Well, and boomer
motherhood
in general, because not only are there boomers that do not have children, but there are boomers, obviously. Excuse me, I'm speaking.
Nice
control over your child. But there are boomers who are empty nesters. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. And because of the empty nest and the fact that some boomers never had children, pets, dogs, cats, birds, fish, etc., reptiles, have in many ways become our children. The $48 billion pet industry. How's it going, Anne-Marie? How's it going? I'll just take over, please. This is a dream come true for me, so you keep trying to get Ricky on the chair.
But you've been trying to get rid of me since we started this show.
Finally,
so there
Ricky
you go.
This is Lucy, by the way, the good dog. This is Lucy.
This is Ricky. He's a good dog.
Oh, Ricky, honey. Anyway, so it's a $48 billion industry, and a lot of it is being fueled by boomers. And we're not well. We're all kooky, as you know. We have money to burn, and these are, I don't even know how to describe some of what's going on between us and our dogs.
I think Paris Hilton alone is keeping the industry going.
Well, she's pumping.
Like
she just bought a $300,000 home for her dogs. Don't listen, by the way, because you're not getting even close.
These dogs are lucky if they have a backyard
That's
to
exactly,
go in.
That's exactly right. And she has 17... I'll just take over. And she has 17 dogs. And her dogs are really like accessories. They're fashion accessories. I think she changes the dog in her pocket depending on what she's wearing. She's off her bird, but we know she's off her bird.
Ricky's bored, by the way.
Well, we're bored. He's not the only one. I'm sure people have been tuning out left and right. But the industry is growing by leaps and bounds. We're fueling it. But
77 million dogs in this country.
Yeah.
One out of that, it's like unbelievable. 39% of the U.S. households have at least one dog. Most 67% own one, and they say 24% of others have two dogs. But I have 1.5, I guess, and you have 1.5.
Exactly. Right? I would say just owning a dog, though, is not what's going on these days. You are owning it, and you are treating it like a human.
You are treating it like a human.
Okay, all right.
What are they?
They're my babies. With that.
They're my dogs,
What's wrong
by
with
the
them?
way.
No, well, what's the new thing you can't call them? You can't call them pets. The Journal of American Ethics, the Center, which puts out the journal, says you can no longer call them pets because that sort of is
demeaning.
Demeaning, and it implies ownership.
Don't listen, Richie.
Which, by the way, I know we do own them. We own them. But you're supposed to call them companion animals.
Well, they also say there are all sorts of
happening, honey.
They also say they're peeved because a lot of derogatory terms, like eats like a pig, smells like a skunk,
drunk as a skunk.
Drunk as a skunk.
And because eats as a pig and drunk like a skunk is kind of my life. So I think it is. Oh, Lucy just went to sleep. Isn't that beautiful? Another one is down. Another bored Boomer Broads watch.
Ricky's going any minute.
He's going down in a second. But they just opened up all these, here in Boston, they just opened up all these doggy hotels. They're $150 a night. Hello.
You'd be right there.
Oh, for sure. Flat screen televisions, ice cream. I mean, I remember when we were going to go on a business trip, and we both obviously have dogs, and I said, what are we going to do with the dogs? We're just going to put them in.
We're going to board them.
We're going to board them in a cage and a kennel.
Of course, you're going to board them.
Hell no. Hell to the no.
By the way,
hell to the no.
We paid extra for doggy ice cream. We paid extra for walks and doggy camp, day camp, didn't we?
Yes, but Ricky came home. Look, Ricky's somewhat trying. Ricky's
a little off. This whole discussion.
He's a little off.
Well, interestingly enough,
he's watching his own television over there. Oh, God bless.
I think but
Ricky got sick from that, didn't he?
Did he get sick? What traumatized you was that when we got Ricky, and I got Ricky. We imported him from Oklahoma.
I can't.
And he arrived in a crate, and he's still not over it, and that was 3 years ago.
All right, you listen to me now. You tell me what you think. She flies. Okay, look at the dog. Already he's a little woohoo. First of all, and I hate to bring it up, but Ricky was on sale. She found him on the internet.
So not true.
He was on sale. Cut rate, Ricky. They fly him from Oklahoma.
Don't listen to her.
They put him into a cage in a plane.
Well, how was that?
Shush. They fly him from Oklahoma to Dallas. They transfer him. I'm sorry to bring it back up, honey. Then they fly him from Dallas to Boston. I would not go with Anne-Marie to pick him up because I was too upset over what condition.
She can't drop the dogs off to be groomed.
It's all
She cannot
be upset. But anyway, so she calls me from Logan Airport in Boston, and she says, Janet,
I don't think the dog can walk.
so I think the dog is a paraplegic. Because she took the dog out of the cage, and of course he flops on the ground. He can't even stand up. He is so traumatized, he can't even move. Is this helping?
Now you would have
So
gone on
I'm
that plane
envisioning wheeling this dog for the next 15 years through the
you
office.
You would have flown out there. There are people who actually buy tickets and fly out to pick up their
Of
dogs.
course you do.
I don't even understand that. But maybe it's the difference between I had babies.
Maybe.
Really, I had real babies.
And you used to, I guess,
Like humanoid
did you
babies.
cage them? Probably.
No, but
Probably
there were
threw
many
them out.
times.
They should have been caged.
There were many
and they know
times.
what I'm talking about. But you know,
By the
the
way,
celebs.
What can I also, just before you get to that, Massachusetts has a new pet
Very
trust
thirsty.
law. Pet trust law.
What does it mean?
That means that there's like a trust. You can leave your estate. And I know what you'll be doing.
Remember, well, you're not
Anne-Marie who?
Don't be looking at me for any money. You remember Leona Helmsley?
Yeah,
She left her
yeah,
entire estate
yeah.
to her dog. Boy,
Yeah,
were her
yeah.
family
Yeah,
peeved.
no kidding.
And I bet Oprah, to be quite honest, although Oprah, you know, will leave the bulk of her estate to her many nonprofit interests, etc. But her dogs will be well taken care of. That little Sadie, you watched
yeah.
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You see, they carry her to the
She has
car.
like 6 handlers.
She has an entourage.
The dog has
She has
an
more
entourage.
peeps than I have.
Can I tell you,
And she just got acupuncture, by the way.
The dog, Sadie?
Yeah, Sadie got acupuncture for a little tweak in her back.
You said in the beginning that boomers are fueling the
Yes.
industry, the
Yes.
pet industry,
Yes.
the dog industry in particular.
Yes.
Gays as well.
Yes. Well,
Gays, they say, are more likely to be a pet owner than straights.
empty nest boom. I mean, you know, it's just these. You get to an age, or you're in a,
You want babies.
or your sexual orientation does not necessarily allow for babies as easily as it would. Obviously, you can adopt if you're gay, but still, as someone who lives on Cape Cod, and I often go to visit P-Town, of course. All I see are dogs.
Everywhere.
It's like everywhere. I love it.
In fact, Stephanie in school, Stephanie created Stephanie created a video, a montage she'll share with us. You mentioned celebs.
Yes.
Just can I just say,
You certainly can.
this is just, I mean, we Googled, and this is list after list of celebrities who are mad for their dogs.
You
We're
know
not
Betty.
normal.
You know Betty White, of course, is a
Right,
big
Betty
activist, and Ellen DeGeneres had that big brouhaha, not a brouhaha,
crying
where
thing.
she was sobbing on the air because she had to give away her adopted dog.
But I was trying to do a good thing, and because I did it wrong, those people went and took that dog out of their home and took it away from those kids, and I feel totally responsible for it, and I'm so sorry.
Remember that whole
Yes,
scene?
yes.
The dog didn't get along with the cats.
Lucy says, excuse me,
They love paper, these dogs, don't you, honey?
are we the
Or
only
is
ones?
it me you love? It's you, Janet, it's you. That's another thing I do.
Yes, she does.
I speak for my dogs. I'll walk into the house and I'll say, "Hi, Lucy, how are you?" And she'll say, "I'm doing great, Janet, and you have never looked better. Have you lost weight?"
Your hair is amazing.
Your hair is fantastic. You're gorgeous. Oh, I'm not well. I know I'm not well,
And-
but I love my dogs.
Speaking of Paris Hilton, she has designed a line of doggy clothes.
You're not getting any.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. Maybe it is me.
Of course
Maybe
it's
I
you.
am a grump. I think it's the
Why?
difference between having had children and having had real things to
I
worry
think
about. I always had dogs while I had children, and I like my dogs. I love my dogs. Don't get me wrong.
I think you do.
Just don't call them babies.
You like them and
They are
you
not
love
babies.
them, but you're not. I mean, there are people who worship their animals. Their
I know,
animals
I know,
are their
I know,
lives, and that's not you.
It's
You have a
true.
very busy life, and your animals are a part of it, but they're not all of it, and that's just the difference.
Can I also talk about the benefits, the health benefits, according to Joan Liebman Smith?
Yes.
The benefits of being, and I know there are benefits. Number
Of
one,
course.
with you alone.
The walking.
They walk you every day, many times.
It doesn't make a
Don't
difference
they?
what the weather is. I know I am going
She's
to
out
walk
there.
at least every day of the year.
Yeah.
And
You
that's
do.
a good
That's
thing.
great.
It's
That's
kept
great.
my girlish figure.
They say that. And,
Yeah, well.
they say that it prevents allergies because children are. You would think it would be the
Immune?
opposite.
They become
No,
immune?
because they become immune because they're exposed early.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was very interesting.
And what about the psychological?
I'm not. Let me.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
getting
sorry.
there.
Oh.
Fewer trips to the doctor, lower cholesterol, reduces blood pressure. You get more exercise, which I said. Likely to survive, and keeps you smiling. Keeps you smiling. Oh,
Doesn't
Lucy
it?
says, "Oh, I love you
I
so."
know. I'm so happy to be
Ricky, on the
chair.
other hand, has faded.
Well,
We've lost him.
And you know what else? I'm going to tell you the next time I travel with Lucy, because
You're gonna
my
do
biggest,
this, aren't you?
because as you know, I am not going to forever live in Boston, Massachusetts. I will be. I'm looking for a house in nicer climate. I can't imagine why. And I keep thinking, how will I do that with Lucy? How will I get her back and forth? Pet Airways, people, the all-dog airline.
And now,
I love it.
Yes,
And
she
they don't
loves
even
it.
allow people on. They just fly animals, and I am going, that's how you're going to travel, young
she
lady.
says, "Oh, really?"
Introducing Pet Airways, the world's first airline exclusively dedicated to the safe and comfortable transportation of pets. At Pet Airways, pets fly in the main cabin, not in cargo. Pet Airways, the perfect form of travel for your best friend. Thank you for visiting PetAirways.com.
And then they're now setting up like pet hotels at the airport, which makes a lot of sense.
Oh, really?
For business travelers. So they drop their dog off, get on the plane, come back, and the dog is waiting for them.
What a
They
business.
just go and pick it up.
What a business.
A
We should have
multi-billion,
done
billion-dollar
our PR
business, yeah.
business for animals.
Yes,
shouldn't
we
We
should
would
have.
made a
You would
mint.
have loved that.
Oh, I would have loved
But
that.
you couldn't. It's their
But
bad.
we did
They're-
represent the Washington Animal Rescue
We
League,
did, a
and we
little
give them some props.
all
They're
the people,
fantastic.
honestly, all the people who work on behalf of animals, I give them a lot of kudos. But honestly, given children or animals, given one or the other, my cause is for children.
I know. I hear
Abused
you.
children, and it just breaks my heart. So
And
I understand how
well,
you
that's
feel.
why
though.
that's what makes the world go round.
Yes. it
You know,
is.
I am definitely an animal person, and I always have been, and I support them in any way I can, monetarily, pro bono work, whatever I
I
can
know.
do. But
You see this too? Now there's a fitness club.
I'm sending her.
Personal trainers for dogs.
How much?
I don't know. It's like 150 for 3 sessions or something. Unbelievable.
That is what I pay for my personal trainer. Unbelievable. My dogs get personal training from me. Thank you very much.
Also, I think something tells me we're going to hear a lot of stories from our fans. And by the way, you people have been very active lately. Writing and commenting and challenging and keep it coming.
You know
It's
it.
really great. And send us some, we'd love to see some pictures of your dogs
Yeah, send
too.
some pet photos onto the Facebook page, and we'll post them. We're out. You know we support you. We'll put some up of Lucy and Ricky. Who knows? Maybe we could get some matchmaking going on. I don't know.
Even though those
yeah.
days are
Oh
days
yeah,
are over.
yeah,
right?
those days are gone. You
Although
understand
Lucy
what we're
has
saying.
been known to hump Ricky every once in a while. She's a loose dog. Very loose
And
dog.
Ricky, this is, many of you who have female and male dogs, normally, of course, the male is the alpha dog.
Yeah, no,
Not
no.
here, no, Lucy.
They also say that your dog's supposed to resemble you.
Well, Ricky is black and white, and
Alright.
Lucy is somewhat blonde.
Blonde.
They're both
Your
down,
personality,
aren't
I don't mean looks-wise, but
they?
personality-wise.
Never. You
Isn't
have
that
had two of the
interesting?
wimpiest dogs I've ever met. And no, is
Explain
there
that.
anyone less wimpy than Anne-Marie Eichner? I don't get it. And I'm as sweet can be, and both of my dogs have been demented. So,
So there goes that theory, right?
and on that note, all right.
So
well, listen.
anyways, stay in touch with us. Let us know what you think. We
And
love
Lucy
this.
and Ricky bid you adieu. even
And
though-
your dogs and cats and gerbils and fish and whatever else you might have.